Sometimes that is better.
What up, everyone? Welcome to Give Me Back My Horror Movies, the podcast. I am your host, Nate, and with me this week is Charlie, as he is every week from now into eternity. Say hello, Charlie.
So I get second billing now again, but that's only
Yes.
because Pete's not here.
Pete's not here, so now you're second billing.
Now,
Where is Pete? He's like
don't know where
busy or
Pete is.
something. I think he's helping children.
You know, that's the only excuse I'll accept is his charity work that they do with the Nacho Street Band in Columbus.
Yes, he does fantastic work, and so he gets a pass on this one.
He does. They raise money for the, if I'm not mistaken, the Ronald McDonald House. I think is the charity.
To be correct. I don't quite know what they do, but it deals with Nationwide Children's Hospital here in Columbus, so it's a big deal.
It's all for good for kids. So we are behind it 100%. And, you know, we share that stuff out there. So if anyone has a chance to check out one of Nacho's live streams, can do a donation, anything like that, they always appreciate it. They usually set a goal every year. And I think so far they've gotten to that goal.
It seems like they always seem to crush it.
Yeah. So good job, Pete.
Good job, Pete. You know, you picked
bailed
slugs
on us. Yeah, I was okay with slugs. And honestly, everyone I talk to has been like, "Oh, I love that movie." I actually have a funny thing, and since you brought it up, I didn't have to. So I was talking to Sludge last week, and I was like, "Yeah, we just released Slugs." He goes, "I love that movie." He goes, it's my sister's favorite movie. It's also the only movie on his Plex server, you know, where we can share movies with each other, that has nudity in it. He didn't edit out the nudity because of the kill scene of the girl falling into the slugs.
Well, I'll be.
He goes, that's the only one on there. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. And it was mine and Pete's pick of the kill of the week for ourselves. So, like, yes, everyone loves nude slug death.
Everyone's liking slugs but Nate.
Yep, Nate, what's wrong with you, man?
Someone needs to sit down and watch it with me. That way I can get a better appreciation for it. That's what.
Yeah, that's Bubba.
But
so
you got to pick this week, and what did you pick, sir?
Did I pick this?
You did.
Did I? I don't
Yes,
remember
yep,
pick.
yep,
I
it
thought
was-
I picked the one after this.
Nope. This was your pick.
Son of a bitch.
I promise. Yep.
I feel even worse now.
We could say that was both of us, but I'm saying it was just you.
Fine. Put that voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby.
Mhm.
This one is always at everyone's top of the list for werewolf movies. Like, it's like American
Werewolf in London.
American Werewolf in London, my brain. Howling, Ginger Snaps, and Dog Soldiers. Any variation of the top Wolverine or werewolf movies. I'm say Wolverine movies.
Nope.
Nope. I think Full Eclipse should be up there. Maybe that's why Pete bailed on this one. He was terrified when we said werewolf. That I was gonna
like, nope, I'm out. I'm done for.
I was accidentally gonna play. He heard werewolves and guns, and he's like, "I'm not watching Mario Van Peebles again." You sons of bitches!
Because
it's not happening.
You know, the Universal classic, The Wolfman. That was his problem.
Says there's another one I haven't watched in forever. So I've been on this. I wanted to do creature features. I had no idea Pete was picking slugs. So now it's going to feel like we have a lot of creature features coming up. But
monster area.
Yeah, around there. There's another hint in this week's episodes for our next one.
Oh,
so yeah, I picked this, and also I hadn't watched this since like 2003.
It's been a while for you, huh?
A long while. So long, even Jackie's going, have we seen this? I was like, I'm pretty sure we rented this because it was the only way we could have seen it. It like only played in one theater in the United States. This is technically an independent film at the budget, which I won't step on your toes and steal your budget talk. Um,
Better not.
it better not. But no, I wanted this as an excuse to revisit it. I bought the Shout Factory Blu-ray. There's a 4K coming out. We
There's a
read.
4K coming out based on the original negative that I think played in the theater, which I'm
Okay,
glad that you went into this. So this is
sure.
kind of funny. We're on the inverse here. Like I watch this movie periodically because how much I love it. I just opened up my DVD case and I want you know it, I have the receipt from when I bought this for $5 at a used game
Wow,
store. I have had this copy since 2013.
since 2013.
Yes, apparently. And this is the original DVD that came out back in 2002. Let me tell you,
Wow.
it's got terrible picture. Horrible
Oh, it does.
picture. Um it's basically a transfer straight from the cable like from when it aired on Sci-Fi originally and
Yeah.
just thrown on a disc. So, I had saw Shout Factory came out with it, and I went, "Well, I'll just buy a digital copy of it on Amazon because it was only $8." And
Yeah.
usually the transfers are straight from Shout Factory for their HD rips. It's no big deal.
Mhm.
Watching this again, I went, "This picture quality is terrible." So, how was it on the physical copy?
So, I remember it was sometime last year, we were on a werewolf kick again, and I tried to watch Sludge's rip on the Plex of Dog Soldiers. I was basically watching a black snow screen. It
Yeah.
was that bad of a rip. So, I have a little bit of context of how the Shout Factory looks. The Shout Factory one is good. It's I I I want to say great compared to what everyone else has experienced it on. There's some grain, but I've done some research on this and I know what's going on. They originally filmed this on 16 millimeter, then up converted it to 35. Never, ever imagining what HD would be later on. So when they up converted it to the 35 millimeter print for theaters, it was fine. It worked. And now it's been totally degraded. Now I'm also curious as to why they're doing a 4K because this Shout Factory Blu-ray is the rip from the negative from the one theater they found it from.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an even crisper picture.
I would be shocked if it is.
HD that I watch, it basically I love an old timey like camera, like the 35 millimeter filter,
Mm.
like
Yeah, with the
where you
little
can see the
lines and
cigarette burns and the
yeah,
lines. And this obviously had that. But imagine your screen having white noise on top of it the whole time. Like a static
yeah.
is the best way to put it. Like the whole picture throughout the whole time movie was staticky. And I was just like, man, this still is not a good
None
copy of
of that
this.
none of that's on the Shout Factory. None.
See, I should have ordered it sooner instead of waiting until the last minute. Because I
Uh-huh.
went, well, I'm going to get an updated version of that. And I was like, oh, I'll just buy the digital. Why not?
Because
Mistakes were
I was
made.
pretty sure you ordered it when I ordered mine.
Nah,
That's
I
why I
said I
was
was
like,
going to, and then I didn't.
"You son of a bitch."
Yep.
Uh, so no, quality was. You know what? I'm going to say quality is excellent compared to what every other version people have of this is. And I watched the documentary. I've read stuff from the director was fully involved in Shout Factory's redo of this. Like
Oh, now, who is that
all
director,
well, that's
Charlie?
Neil Marshall, sir.
One Neil Marshall. Why would people know Neil Marshall in the horror world?
Well, I know him because he's done a he's done a movie I have loved since it came out in theaters, and I watch it a lot. Now, I can't even say annually because I'll watch it 2 or 3 times more. The Descent.
Yep, bingo. His follow up to this movie was The Descent. One of Charlie's favorite.
Yeah, to this day, still a scene I cannot watch in that movie where she gets trapped and gets stuck and panics. And I can't. I have to skip that whole segment because I can't breathe. I'm super claustrophobic, and they nail it in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Uh, um,
He also did a movie I think we both enjoy a lot, Doomsday,
I love Doomsday.
which is basically a John Carpenter movie.
Yeah, I read some people were like dogging on that movie, and I'm like, this movie is amazing. It's like kind of zombie, kind of
It's like Mad
Mad
Max meets
Max
a Ghost of Mars type.
with Snake Plissken as a chick,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you're in medieval England, and it's like,
it's all over the place.
what's not to love about it? And most recently, what he's done is one movie I actually enjoy, and it's kind of divisive among the fans, is the latest Hellboy
Oh,
with
nope.
Hopper from
I was
Stranger
bored
Things.
the whole time.
You
Yep.
bastard man. I'm
Yep,
taking
did
your
not
line.
enjoy. I don't like when a movie does a bunch of set piece hops, like where it's like, now we're in England, now we're in Scotland, now we're here, now we're there. It's just like, slow it down. Like
Well,
it
see,
felt
you
like
know,
every scene in that movie took place in a different country.
did
Drove
you
me
did you, did
nuts.
you ever read BPRD or anything
Yeah,
like that? I
yeah.
mean, to
It,
me, it was like reading the comic book. I was watching Manola's and all these guys' vision on the screen finally, and I got a
absolutely.
Hellboy that I love Rob Perlman. Don't get me wrong; those Hellboy movies are fantastic, but this one was the gritty, the bloody, the what I've known BPRD to be, and I
Yeah,
I,
I
I
gotta
was
take
there
my
for it.
Del Toro over it all every day of the week. But he
Mm.
did direct two of the best episodes of Game of Thrones, The Battle at Blackwater and The Watchers on the Wall.
Yeah, I noticed he
So,
did a lot of directorial stuff, like 1, 2 episodes here and there, like some
yep,
Westworld and some stuff like that. So
Black Sails.
yeah, Black
I'm
Sails.
still like, it's one of those things. Like, I'm excited to see what else he has for us down the road. Like, he doesn't have the longest list of movies, but
No,
what he
it's
has
like
done is
20 or something
like,
like that.
it's a nice like, oh, cool. What else is this guy gonna have in store for us?
He's
Uh,
one of those to watch, and like I said, he's got enough hits that I'm like, okay, I want to see what he's going to do next. So, before we get too much more, and to figure out and to Charlie to finally reveal why he's slightly apprehensive this episode, let's get the trailer out of the way. What do you say, Nate?
let's do it.
One of the most explosive, brutal, and purely enjoyable horror debuts since The Evil Dead. Genuinely frightening. Jaws, Aliens, and Predator with a werewolf twist. Absolutely brilliant. Thrilling. Exciting. Scary.
I don't scare that easy.
And funny.
I'm sold.
A horror film with bite.
You what?
I'm in the closet! A bitch of a werewolf movie. Dog soldiers. It'll blow your house down.
Do ba da da ba ba ba. do, ba, da,
Exactly.
ba, ba. You wouldn't steal a werewolf. Ba boo do do ba boo ba do do ba.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff, man. But I was going. I found that's not the original theatrical one, because the original theatrical one thought, you know what, trailers need subtitles
And
that
no
talk to you
dialogue.
and zero dialogue, and I'm like, are you effing kidding me? But thankfully, Shout Factory put out that trailer, and it worked. I was like, okay, that's why it's like someone rating the movie instead of like telling you about the movie in this. I was like, it's fine. It's our trailers. It'll work.
It will
It did the
definitely
job.
work.
So to tell us more about the movie, then I think it's time for our segment of this isn't back of the VHS, Nate. This
No.
is
Well, this would have been reading it on channel 3 when all the channels are scrolling for what they're going to be showing up, and they
yeah,
give you a little brief description, because this movie premiered in the States on the Sci-Fi channel, which is
yes,
how I originally watched it. I remember watching it on the premiere night because I was so excited for this werewolf uh like army war movie.
yeah.
Basically, it had me stoked, and I watched it many a times that
Well,
weekend too, because they
eh,
showed it a lot that like 2 weeks it aired on Sci-Fi.
I'm trying to remember if that's how I watched it or if I rented it when it finally got released on DVD. But Speaking of DVD, though, Nate has his in his hand, and he is
Yep.
going to read us the back of the DVD.
Let's do this. A band of soldiers is dispatched to war games deep in the woods. When they stumble across a rival team slaughtered in camp, they realize they're not alone. Something deadly is waiting in the darkness. Something not animal and not human. Holed up in an abandoned farmhouse, the soldiers start a bloody battle against the beast. Dawn is only a few hours away, but they may not live to see it. Dog Soldiers is a terrifying chiller in the tradition of Predator and an American Werewolf in London.
Now, that's interesting because the back of my Shout Factory is different.
Oh, they changed it up, did they?
Yeah. Well, guess what? We're going to have our very first back of the DVD double feature. A group of soldiers dispatched to the Scottish Highlands on special training maneuvers faces their biggest fears after they run into Captain Ryan, the only survivor of a special ops team that was literally torn to pieces. Ryan refuses to disclose his mission, even though whoever attacked his men might be hungry for seconds. Help arrives in the form of a local girl who shelters them in a deserted farmhouse deep in the forest. But when they realize that they are surrounded by a pack of bloodlusting werewolves, it's apparent their nightmare has just begun.
Man, yours doesn't even mention Predator or American Werewolf in London.
No, which I actually prefer. That irritates me. That
I
this
don't
movie
know.
comes
I
out and
get
it immediately...
extreme Predator vibes out of it.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't get the vibes. I'm saying that everything I read or even looked at, like even the director, I read a comment he made where he goes, yeah, I probably went a little too far with all my little like ends and things that I paid homage to. But I'm like, is it a good werewolf movie? Well, it's like Jaws. Is it a good werewolf movie? Oh, did you like Predator? You'll like this. Is it a good werewolf movie? And I was just getting annoyed as shit about it. So I'm going to answer that question.
Yeah, answer it for us, please.
God, I'm sorry. I really think I watched this under the wrong time frame and thought process.
This was not at all what I was expecting at all. I was like, this is right up Charlie's alley.
It should be. It should, and there I'm giving myself an asterisk. Whatever I say in this episode, I am going to rewatch this movie under better, and I'm going to explain my circumstances. Under better circumstances, and then I will update us later on once I do, and my score will not reflect my feelings right now. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give it a
See,
score.
my scores, I'm pretty solid with what I've got.
Well, this is going to be a rare one where you're going to go first and then I'm going to go, but that's at the end of the show. So we as we told everyone, and we've kind of been rapid firing our episodes to get caught back up. That also means Charlie's been
understatement.
Charlie's also been rapid firing editing. I also do the live stream for the Action Elite, so we usually watch a movie. We weren't going to do one this week until we found out James Caan unfortunately passed away. Godfather, Rollerball, and the movie we covered on the live stream was Eraser. So I watched Eraser before the live stream on Wednesday. Wednesday's when I usually watch our movie. It went long. We started Dog Soldiers at 10 o'clock. And it's a very dialogue-driven movie at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And Charlie was out of it.
Did you fall asleep?
I didn't fall asleep.
Oh, that's good. I was like, did you fall asleep? Because if so, we're holding off the recording.
No. I didn't fall asleep. I did scroll my phone, which I know is a big no-no, but I was scrolling it on IMDb reading trivia about the movie. So there's
Oh,
my
I mean, I do the same thing during
yeah.
like slower parts of any movie we cover.
Um,
One of the things, because this movie coming out in 2002, I was 14 when I first saw this.
I would have been 22.
So this is a peak 14-year-old movie.
100%.
Like, this is one of those movies when you watch it, you're like, oh man, all you remember is all the blood, all the gunfire, tall
That's
ass
what
werewolves.
that's why I
That's in your mind.
recommended this. That's
Yeah.
I remembered good gore, awesome looking werewolves, and gunfights. So I
Now,
was like, that's why I was like, let's
as
watch Dog Soldiers.
an older person watching this now in my mid 30s, early 30s, not quite the mids yet. Not gonna age myself. Ah. There's a lot of shaky cam, really weird edits, back and forth edits. As you said, a lot of like dialogue
A
driven
lot of dialogue.
and just I'm not gonna rag on the budget, but it is a $2 million film.
Yeah.
It
It's an
has
independent
low
movie.
budget things.
It's an independent movie, period. That's all there is to it.
I still enjoy the movie. There's a lot more faults to it though, and I definitely noticed it because I watched this last year as well.
Yeah.
At the time, it was like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while. I've been wanting to watch a really good werewolf movie, and threw in the DVD, and that's when I realized, like, wow, the quality of this has only gotten worse since I've upgraded my TV sets, over the years compared to
Yeah.
2013 Nate and what he had and what I have now. It was just like, all right, that HD version's got to be the better one. I'm going to keep ragging on it.
Bubba,
And
we were still rocking CRTs back then.
yeah.
And we hadn't
So,
thrown them all away per the government's recommendation, man.
I
That's
remember
it.
last year when watching it, I was like, oh, that was not as good as I remember it. Then watching it again last night, I was like, oh, I still really enjoy this, but it's still not as good as what a 14-year-old Nate loved about it,
I'm when it got to, for lack of a better term, the action of the movie, it was fantastic. And my only thing was, and here's the other thing. I never knew this back in the day, and like I said, it had been so long since I watched it. I didn't realize this was supposed to be a dark comedy. So
I think comedy would be a strong word to throw at, but
uh,
more of like some comedic tones to it.
when the director goes, "Yeah, it's a comedy," I'm like,
Yeah, I wouldn't go
don't
that.
know.
Like it's definitely more action than horror. I would say that. The only reason we were like, all right, let's throw this on the horror is because it's a werewolf movie.
Yeah,
It's not quite full Eclipse.
no,
action.
it's not quite. It's not quite.
But, I
My
mean, this
man,
is
Mario Van Beebles.
a ragtag team of soldiers going against werewolves. So you have an unkillable beast against, expendables.
Yes. Oh well,
But
Expendables light.
Expendables like
Let's
now
be
we
truthful
could have
here.
had a very interesting movie if the casting gods would have allowed it.
Oh,
They originally
do you
wanted
know?
Jason Statham
Oh,
to
it's in
be
my
Cooper.
notes. Yes.
And Spoon, who's kind of like the comedic one of the group,
Yeah.
was supposed to be Simon Pegg.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, I got to
But
scratch it off my notes. You already
here's what's
said it.
strange. Statham had the opportunity to work with John Carpenter in the States for Ghost of Mars, and Neil
Yep.
Marshall went, we don't know when this movie's going to get made. Take this opportunity now because you have a chance to work with John Carpenter.
Yeah.
And Simon Pegg had already promised Edgar Wright, hey man, I want you to be in my first movie. Like,
Well, he
I
said
want your first film to be what I make. And Simon agreed to it.
He told Simon, I want to do your first horror movie. This was too close to horror, and Simon's like, I can't do anything because he did comedy. He did all.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how he was known.
He and Edgar did Space, the TV show, together.
Yes.
Which I don't think that's streaming on anything. Like, they did a release for it on DVD back in the early 2000s that I managed to snag.
It might be on BBC or something like that. One of those types.
But yeah,
of
it was
things.
just a 2-season BBC.
Oh, yeah,
like
it's
12 episodes. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. I had all that wrote down because I love the fact that he went to go work on Ghosts of Mars, which tied into. I didn't know any of this till after I watched the movie, so I was like, "Oh shit, that ties into our space." There's a couple other things that tie
There
into our
is,
space.
because we got Sean Pertwee in this, who was in Event Horizon as Smith.
Yes. I guess I can say who. Guess who else was in Event Horizon that's in this movie?
I don't know who else would have been.
You don't?
Nope.
Not most people would, but all of the upside down corpses in the basement came from the set of
Really?
Event Horizon. Yes.
Amazing.
I was like, oh, now
Bunch of dead
that
bodies
is
from Event
awesome.
Horizon made their way into Dog
And
Soldiers.
the one you catch a good glimpse of the side, and I should have paused it because I have a good clean cut. I think it's one of the Sam Neill where his face is all messed up and he's wearing the Event Horizon uniform.
Nice.
I gotta watch it again, but that brings me back to my other thing is I don't know why they're trying to do a 4K. Like, what process does 4K do that's going to do better than? Because I've watched some 4K that aren't as good as the Blu-rays. Where you're like, okay, it's a little brighter, but
now, I'm going to need a film snob or a tech guy to correct me. I think with 4K, it's going more off of the original film compared to what Blu-ray does.
yeah,
I
but they're
think
using
that's
the exact
whole
same
scenario.
negative, though. You know what I mean? It's
Now we're getting the text and stuff that I don't know.
because
I won't buy the 4K. That much I do know right out the gate.
get the Shout Factory. I will back up like right now that's the better one to get, obviously. But well, let's get back to the movie itself. I liked how it began with the hikers.
If you're camping and your tent starts to open up with growls, that's gonna suck.
I was laughing at him unzipping the girl's pants while the zipper of the tent was
As
moving.
the tent is going, yeah.
So he's like, these are real. This is a really loud zipper.
Really
you got
long
here.
zipper.
And I'm kind of chuckling at she gives him a silver letter opener, and I'm already like, yeah, it's a werewolf movie. There's gonna be a silver something that is immediately force fed to us. And I think my other issue was we start out in the hills of was it Scotland or Ireland? It might be Ireland.
I think it's Scotland.
One of the two. It might be Ireland or Scotland. So they starts there, then it goes 4 weeks before or 2 weeks before this. And then after that whole segment, now we're 4 weeks forward, and now I'm doing math. And I don't like that in here.
Because Charlie had to do math. It made him very upset.
I was already like, what is going on? They did like the dude didn't want to shoot a dog. They shot a dog, and I'm like, this is unnecessary. I don't like this whole segment.
Oh, well, that's another thing. That was Liam Cunningham, who is the Onion Knight from Game of Thrones. He plays Ryan.
He is
so
he also
our main bad guy in this movie.
He was in another medieval type-esque movie. He was in First Night with Richard Gere and Sean Connery.
Holy crap, I haven't seen that one in years.
It's actually I think it's fairly early in his career, but I like First Night. It's actually a decent movie. So I didn't really care about that. I know they're trying to establish that these guys are like the badass of badasses. They're like black ops and
it also shows that Cooper is a human and he doesn't want to kill the dog. Like,
how long it took me.
Good person.
You know how long it took me to realize that Cooper was the guy that got kicked out at the beginning?
Was it when you were watching the documentary?
No, when he fought the guy at the end of the movie, and I went, oh, wait, he's the one that got kicked out earlier in the movie.
That's why you need subtitles on when watching a movie at home.
I could hear it, but I would have had to look at the screen if the subtitles were going to work. I'm sorry. I was tired, and I'm not going to dog this movie, no pun intended, but I'm not going to ding this movie for my being tired and not really being into the movie when I watched it. But I felt like it was still interesting enough for me to possibly have a slight different take of the movie while we recorded this. So
what I like about this movie, though, is we go through they're on a routine training exercise. Our main squadron that we follow throughout the whole movie. I don't know what's on the tip of their guns. They're supposed to be firing blanks. I've never
It
seen something like that before.
it's a blank, but it is basically just a barrel plug that is brightly. You ever play paintball?
Yeah.
So when we would not by ourselves in the woods where we didn't use the barrel plugs, but when you go play at like actual fields, anytime you're not on field fighting each other, you have to have the brightly colored barrel plug. It's a visual indication that that gun is safe. Well, even though they have blanks, they still have to have a visual indication that that is a safe gun.
Okay, that
Yes.
makes sense to me. And
It
then, like,
wasn't lasers, okay? If
in
this
my
isn't
head,
Heartbreak Ridge.
yeah, in my head, they took those out for whatever reason. And then when rewatching, I went, oh, they stumble across another camp and then take all their
Yes.
guns because they realize that camp has been wiped out. Not a
Yeah.
single round of ammunition is on the ground. And
No
so
one got
whatever
a shot off.
hit them hard and fast.
Which again, I mean, I guess they kind of try to explain it, and it ties into what you're talking about when the guy fires the gun with the blanks at the dead cow, and
Oh,
they all go, "Dude, it's blanks. What are you trying to
knee jerk
do?"
reaction. If you got a gun in your hand and a cow just lands in front of you dead, and you have that cow blood splash onto your face, yeah, I'm gonna shoot at it with my blanks as well.
Is
And
it
then
dead? I
I
love that
will,
question.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna calm down and go, all right, I got it.
So that was probably the first thing that got me to snap out of, damn, there's a lot of dialogue. I heard the story the guy was telling. I heard, the talk between all of them, the watch segment, so I
Yeah.
was listening to the movie
But
and looking up. But
if
when that
you were
cow
in
lands, I'm watching the television at that point going, holy shit.
now, if you're in the scenario though where you come across the camp that's been completely wiped out, what is your initial thought of what could have taken those guys out?
That was, you're in an area that shouldn't have like bad guys. You're like in rural Scotland. So you're like, well, it can't be terrorists. It can't be. So I'd be thinking like bears, wolves. I don't even know if they're in Scotland,
You're
but
picturing
who
like
knew?
super enhanced bears or something.
I don't know. I've seen a mama bear tear a few things apart. There's bears where I live, dude. I've watched one run across the horse field and through my neighbor's yard. So they're capable of anything, man.
My first thought process would be, yeah, it's probably a predator. Like I would instantly be like, it is real. Turns out they're real. I don't want to be a part of this exercise anymore. Get me the hell out of here.
There is like our first like indication of, oh, we're taking some predator vibes here. I have no problem what the director did because there's alien homages. There's tons of
Oh no,
homages, and
anything with roughneck people fighting something bigger than them. Yeah, like you're gonna get
I
those.
loved it. I was mad at the people reviewing the freaking movie, and that's all they would keep saying. And I'm like, guys, I would be mad if I was the director going, is that all you got out of my movie? Is that the only thing you guys could key in on? And it just irritated me for him, I guess. I don't know. It was weird.
This is a movie too, though. Like I'm kind of jealous of anyone that maybe saw this blindly and didn't know what it was about. Because I remember seeing like the trailers for it, when they
You mean like
run
me
like,
last night going, I have no idea
well,
what's
no,
going
like
on.
you knew
That
it
was
was
as
about
blind as I
werewolves.
could go. Yeah, I did know.
Like if you were a person that didn't know this was a movie about werewolves and you're watching it, you're gonna be like, man, what the hell did take out this thing? Like what killed that girl in the beginning? Or if you're watching it on TV, like most of us did, you might have missed the first 5 minutes. You may have missed the entire camping sequence.
Oh, that's very possible because it's not very
Because the movie
long.
starts at 8. I remember sometimes like it'd be like 8:10 before tuning in because you're like, they're gonna instantly run commercials at the start time. They never start out with the movie.
Or if
And
the
so
damn
you wait a little
president
bit.
wanted to talk that night, they would preempt part of it. And instead of
Exactly.
pushing it, it would just start in the middle of the frippin' movie I was trying to record off TV.
It's one
Thanks,
of those things
Bush.
like, get me Chuck Norris. Barbara, I need Chuck Norris. He's interrupting my dog soldier movie now.
That's a good throwback, Nate. Thanks for that. I love that. Damn it! I should have
But,
had
like,
the Delta Force music
you
queued
shoulda.
up for that one. I
Well,
have
like,
other
another movie
things. I
that
have other
reminds
things.
me of that is like From Dusk Till Dawn. Like, I'm so jealous of anyone that never knew that was going to be about vampires. Because then you get like an hour and 10 minutes into that movie and go, whoa, what the hell's happening right now?
You know, that one, while I think I knew that it had something to do with vampires, I watched it because I remember funny story. First time I watched that movie, um, because it takes so long to get to the vampires, I think a lot of people forgot the very first time they watched it.
Oh, I just
So
will
it's
forever remember that TV spot of Selma Hayek morphing into like the snake.
I never
Like,
saw that TV spot.
yeah,
I
like
think
that was
I
like
think
burned in my head as a kid.
what's burned in mine is I'm watching From Dusk Till Dawn. I had rented it. I had my best friend Josh, who was like 2 years younger than me. We're sitting in the living room. No clue. This first time we're watching it. Dad wasn't home yet. And mom's in the kitchen cooking, and it comes to the Cheech Marin at the
Yes,
front of the titty twister doing his line,
his
and
monologue.
I'm panicked. Josh is panicked. I'm trying to find the TV remote so I can turn it down, mute it, and
It's
all of a
hidden by
sudden,
a bag of Doritos.
mom is cooking a whole lot more aggressively, and dad doesn't even know he's in trouble when he walks in the door because it's like, why did you let them rent that movie? He's like, why? I don't know. I didn't watch it before them. So yeah, my mom knows about Dusk Till Dawn and the vampire scene.
Nice.
Oh, but I don't
Once
know.
things gets rolling, it does start to get rolling. Like one member gets dispatched pretty quickly because he impales himself.
That was totally unexpected.
He deserves to get impaled because that idiot sees the werewolf. You don't get to see the reveal yet, and he throws his gun on the ground.
Well, it's because it wouldn't fire. He wasn't an idiot. He tried to fire it 3 times.
Oh, I
he
must
racked
have not realized that.
and it goes click. Well, you're watching Super Grain. You know,
Yeah,
you're watching
I just saw a bunch of white noise on the screen, so I couldn't see that happening.
you're watching the 70s Grindhouse version of it.
Yeah.
I'm watching it on Shout Factory Blu-ray. No, he tries to he aims, he takes a shot and it goes click. He racks it, aims again, takes a shot, and then he starts running. He racks it again, pulls the magazine out, bullets are in it, slams it back in, click. And then he goes, nope, I'm done, and throws the gun and takes off running. That's
See,
what I would-
I thought he just threw the gun on the ground, went, "Oh no, werewolf!" and then dropped it. I was
Nope.
like, "You moron!" And then
He
like,
did exactly what
what's
I did.
awesome, as soon as he gets impaled, our sergeant right next to him gets slashed, and now all his intestines are just dangling out. And I
Okay.
love that this guy's clearly not a medic who comes to his aid. It's just like, let me put him back inside you.
Yeah. Wasn't it Cooper that found him and he's doing that? Or was it
I don't think it was Cooper. It
Spoons?
might have been Bruce.
Oh, Bruce. I think it was Bruce, which
Yeah.
was also a nod to Evil Dead.
Yep.
Because
definitely had
later
to have
on
been.
they say his last name is Campbell. So this is the moment where Charlie's paying attention and I'll go, what am I watching? This guy's intestines are out of his body. Okay? I mean sausages
They
hanging
are
out.
out. Yeah.
They put them back in. I'm remembering Tropic Thunder. I don't even know what this is. Let's put them back in. They do. They put him back in and he takes off running. And I'm like, what am I watching? What's happening right now? Is that dude, how is he not just dead? Any other horror movie I'm watching, action movie, romance, if your guts fall out of your stomach, you're dead. Nope, not this movie, which should have been my first inclination that there was something like comedy-wise.
Something
Like how
afoot.
wouldn't it be funny if this guy's intestines fell out, but he stays for almost the entire flippin' movie?
Oh,
That's
now,
hilarious.
There was one thing last night for years. I mean, 20 years now, up until last night, when they're at the house and, he's all bandaged up to keep his intestines from going anywhere.
Yeah.
when chaos breaks loose and the dog grabs onto what I've always thought was his intestines. Last night, I could finally see it was the bandage.
It was the bandage. That was in the documentary where they're like, "Look, we got to clear some," and it was the actor himself. That was Pertwee, where he goes, "That's not my intestines, people. It was pulling on the bandage, but the bandage was bloody." And
It's really bloody. There's no white shown
oh
at all. So you're like,
no,
oh my God, that dog is pulling on this poor man's intestines.
I wonder
And somehow
why.
he's still alive.
When my guts fall out, there's gonna be some blood. Oh god, dude. And they fix it with super glue. So that's I now when I'm looking back going, "Oh, there's the dark comedy in this." That's called, yeah, this is just let's do some weird stuff you don't expect, and bravo for that. But when I'm like half asleep, exhausted, tired, and I'm like, I gotta watch this movie, and I'm like, is that why is he still alive? Why was his guts laying on the ground and now they're in his stomach cavity? It's just there's infection would have set in by now. Just anything. If you smell almonds, you're in trouble. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's a
Even with
gangrene
the
thing for anyone
super
that doesn't
glue,
know.
I was cool with it because it at least gave us a reason of like, all right, we patch them up, and they give you a little throwaway line of like, use the patch up soldiers in Vietnam.
Yeah. Well, and that's where they talk about the super glue. Also, fun fact, Pertwee was actually drunk during that scene.
Oh, nice.
He asked Neil, he goes, "Can I have a couple of nips?" They call it. And he's like, "Sure." He goes, "If it'll help." And it was a few more than a couple. He got
A bottle.
blasted. Yeah, and that's actually him drunk in that scene. And so I was like, okay, that makes that's why I need to watch it again. Now that I've watched the documentary, now I wanted to talk to you about it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna rewatch this freaking movie and I'm gonna give it an honest chance to be like, oh yeah, obviously this movie's fantastic. What the hell was I thinking? And if it
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't,
I still don't think I wouldn't go as far as fantastic, but still entertaining. There's a reason why I own it, you know?
yeah.
I'm not
Well,
gonna
I
buy a
mean,
bad movie as I
what do you
look
mean?
over at my
Yeah, I
DVD
was gonna
case.
say, I think that's quite a few you might have is considered some bad movies. I like bad movies, man. There's nothing wrong with that. But
But like the
uh,
cast in this is great. All
yeah.
the soldiers are awesome, whether it be Cooper, Wells, Spoon. I mean, they're all memorable. So when they do start to get dispatched, you're like, oh, I remember each one, vividly.
Yeah, I mean, so part of my issue was when I wasn't looking at the screen, they all kind of talk with the same accent and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Subtitles.
again, I have to be looking at the screen for subtitles to work.
This is
So when
true.
they start talking, that's when I was scrolling. And look, it's at least 30 minutes into this movie. It's like a lot of talking before something really happens to grab you. And then they talk some more. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I just want to see some killing. And when the killing happens, I'm 100% there for that. And my god, that's why I'm like I got to give this movie another shot. Was the gore effects, the look of the werewolves, that whole thing, I loved it.
Well,
I think
and that's why I like the premise because if you were to take this and have it be a normal family up against these werewolves in the same exact, two-story farmhouse out in the middle of the woods,
oh, they're getting eviscerated.
they're getting eviscerated instantly, right? So with
Instant,
this
instant.
movie, you see all these guys instantly start to search the house. What knives can we use? What axes can we use? One of them finds a sword, which is very strange. But you know what? Some people just leave the
Dart.
sword in the coffee table.
That was so when I was watching
You
again,
would
they
have
were
an axe, so you know what? It's
yeah,
believable.
they had an axe too. But one guy opens the drawer and there's the electric knife, that the carving knife from
So
Evil
sad we never
Dead.
got to have that payoff.
But that's a whole nother homage to Evil Dead, for cutting his hand or arm, whatever it was, in the
Yeah.
kitchen. But yeah, then he essentially has an Excalibur moment and he pulls out a sword.
He's like,
I was
oh,
like,
cool.
that's
You have to
kind of
hope
cool.
that's
And
sharp as well.
well, they cut off one of the werewolf's arms with it, so I was like,
Yeah.
that works.
But like
Y-
when the werewolves start to raid the house, no one does anything, I'd say, stupid. Like, they are working like a team
A
would.
unit. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I really like about this movie. They even make the comment of, like, one of the guys starts to just blind fire, and they're like, conserve your ammo, short burst rounds.
3-round burst, which is
Yeah.
a throwback to Aliens, because that's what they say. 3-round burst to conserve ammunition.
It's just like, this is great. And then after, like, the first, let's say, wave, if you're playing, like, Call of Duty Nazi Zombies, you got wave 1, right? And then right when that ends, you get the cliche, like, one guy, I think it was Bruce, is standing at the window talking
Turns
shit.
his back to
And
the
then,
window.
of course, he gets grabbed and thrown out. And it's just like, all right, that's pretty silly. But
My favorite.
his team all reacts kind of the same of like, oh, you just took one of ours. Like, hell no, you know?
Right. One of my favorite things that happens is when I think it's Bruce before that right around the time that happens, or maybe it's later, where he sticks the shotgun out the window and starts blasting, and the werewolf takes it from him
and
shoots back. And
all I could think was dirty work. Where it's like, oh God, now the werewolf has my shotgun and he's using it against me. Oh my God, you know.
And then it throws it back in the house.
Yeah, it uses the only shell and goes, empty. Don't need that anymore because I'm a werewolf. I have giant claws.
That part tickled me pretty good right there. I was like, okay. And I think there's those little things of, oh, there's some levity in here. Oh, they're having a bit of a laugh, in this horror movie about werewolves eating people.
But it's like, it's so cool to see everyone knows how to use their weapon, you know?
Yeah. Well, they're
another
trained.
Great example of this would be like Dawn of the Dead, the original one, where you see all the survivors practicing with handguns. Because if you're a civilian who's never like touched a gun before, shooting a handgun's challenging. You gotta get comfortable with the sights, the weight of the gun, where you're putting your finger at for the trigger pull, all that.
Where to point the damn thing.
Yeah.
Clear line of sight, people.
Unlike the Dawn of the Dead remake where everyone had bullet head, like everyone was just instantly aimbotting everything.
Well, yeah. Or what was it? What was the island one? I can't remember the name of it.
Where everyone of the Dead or whatever.
No, it was based on a video game, but basically
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead.
Why are we mentioning another You Bull movie?
Because the teenage kids all find automatic weapons and they all know karate. All at the end of the movie. A movie I almost walked out of.
Why does that exist? It just has to.
Well, Nate, let's recalibrate our notes here for a little bit, and let's hit a commercial.
Get me away from this.
I said the bad bull man's name. I'm sorry. Commercial.
We'll be back following these messages.
Welcome to 100 Horrors, a comedy podcast that seeks to rank the best 100 horror films of all time, as dictated to us by a poster that one of us owns.
Every week, we bicker over another film in an attempt to give it an overall scare factor and secure its place in the 100 Horrors list.
With features such as... But at least I won't die like that. And...
What would you say to them at the funeral?
We take a light-hearted approach to horror cinema so that it can be enjoyed by even the most squeamish of listeners.
So whether you're the person who's never seen a horror film in their life, or the person who has a tattoo of Leatherface on the right arse cheek, there's something to be enjoyed in every episode of 100 Horrors.
A generation ago, a classic changed the shape of terror. It's had 30 years to grow bigger, meaner, and faster. Now, through the terrifying vision of the director of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the Blob is back. Rated R.
Now playing at a theater near you.
Just how drunk are we gonna get
Welcome to Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, where each month we drink finely crafted brews while watching terrible films in order to see just how drunk you have to get to enjoy them. So tune in and join Troy.
Cowboy Crates.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Pete, we miss you.
Dave.
That's the weirdest
Need you,
part.
Pete.
And Pete.
IPAs are out, meaning
There was
they
no
are
Mario Van
bottom-fermented.
Peebles in
Excuse
this
me,
one.
They're top fermented.
Why won't you
That up.
watch werewolf movies with me?
As we drag Kathleen, kicking and screaming through an alcohol-fueled podcast dedicated to movies of questionable quality and the frosty adult beverages that help make them tolerable. Good Beer, Bad Movie Night. Clearly, it's the beer's fault.
Welcome back.
We're back
We are back.
without Pete once again. He didn't come. I didn't text him.
Pete, I miss you.
Miss you,
I miss you,
Petey.
Pete. Come on, Pete. Come back. Come back to the horror show, Pete. Come on back. We got ooey gooeys. Speaking of ooey gooeys,
You want to talk about ooey gooeys in this movie?
I think it's time we get into the gore, Bubba, because that's what perked me up, man. Oh God.
I like that this movie doesn't shy away from showing a werewolf. You know,
True.
some
Yes.
movies are very shy about their werewolves and only want to reveal them at the very end. This movie is clever, where it knew it did not have the budget for a transformation scene. So let's do the transformation scene off camera.
It works.
Smart. It's effective.
It works.
When it comes to your ooey gooiness, it knows, all right, what if when we show a person's neck inside of the mouth of a werewolf, we don't really show the werewolf, like we just cut to that's already happened.
Yes.
He's already biting down on it. You don't have to see the animatronics that we don't really have. Plus, these they weren't stuntmen, they weren't suit actors. These guys were dancers who were on their tippy toes in these stilts for like 4 to 5 hours every day. That sounds
they're the
so
heroes.
painful.
They're the heroes of this movie. They're what make it work, because when you picture werewolves in your mind, you kind of think of Werewolf in London. Then you think of the wolf man still wearing his blue jean pants that are all ripped up in a ripped up shirt. This one went more what if you took a real life wolf and stretched him out and made him stand on his hind legs. This it was leaner. It was proportionate. I feel like a lot better than some of the
It's
others.
what I would picture a werewolf to be if they were reality. The only other movie I think that kind of comes close to it, and say what you will about the whole franchise, is Underworld.
Oh no, I love the Underworld ones.
You know,
especially the
like,
one
when I
where
think
they
of
go
werewolves, I think of those.
prequel. The prequel one where we get so many lichens in that.
Yeah.
But they're still kind of like the bulked out in the chest area. And, of course, the one guy who is bigger than everyone when he's a human is the bigger one. But we're also not like Hugh Jackman in Van Helsing werewolves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or just
I
giant
watching that
werewolves.
Yeah. I like this one. They're believable, and you could have shined a light directly on them because they're not really hiding anything because they shot this at dark. It's a werewolf movie. It has to be at dark. Fun fact, did you know last night was a full moon?
I woke up to a text saying that there was a full moon.
Full moon
Funny
last
enough.
night while I was watching this movie. So I was like, that's really freaking cool.
Yeah, I didn't catch that at all because I didn't leave my house at all after I got back from work.
I have windows, Nate. I can see the outside.
I keep everything shut. All the curtains, everything.
Nate lives in his little hobbit
I live in the
shadow.
darkness.
I don't come out until I have to.
Yes, I'm like the one guy from the Benchwarmers movie where he hates the sun. He's like allergic to it.
He hides under the bench.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
The sun is evil.
We make him come outside and play, and he's just hanging on to his little sword. 'Cause I
Yeah,
think
when you
that's what
guys
he's
make me
carrying.
come out to RobCon later this year.
He's gonna hiss at so many people. I gotta make sure he's got like a license and tags because people are gonna ask if he's been.
I'm gonna have
got
like
his,
a
rabies.
can of spray or lace or blah.
Blah blah blah.
I'm gonna have a can of Lysol. I'll be wearing my tissue box sneakers, and I'll be spraying at everyone. Get away from me, unclean.
Was that the end of was it Creep Show or one of those that the guy at the end with the roaches that have like
Yeah.
gotten into his penthouse? He's a germaphobe. That would be Nate the whole time. You'll be
Yeah, it's just
fine
being
at
around
RobCon.
people, being outside. Yeah,
Oh, Mister,
socializing.
I go to death metal concerts and festivals, and I get all up and sweaty. I high armpit this dude in the pit. It was magical. So don't even try, Mister.
Well,
I
I've
call
been busted real
shenanigans.
quick.
Shenanigans. I'm pretty proud of my high armpit in the pit.
Yeah.
That was off the cuff. I don't write my own jokes, people. It just comes right out. But
But with our ooey gooey, like one of the guys, we don't get to see him be eaten, but you see what's clearly like they had to have used a super soaker to spray the inside of a Humvee or a Jeep.
I love
and I like
that.
effect. I always like effects like that where you have a camera shot from far away and then you see the blood squirt onto something.
We need to pitch that to Derek now. Super soaker of blood. I don't know
Yes.
if I think they just use like air canister.
They
with a
use
hose.
like that or like a water bottle that you spray your grill with.
Yeah, they do the little mist thing, but I think for the big bloods they use they're like a fire extinguisher that you can reload with water.
Yeah.
And you pressurize it and you can spray it. But
But it'd be a lot cooler. A
What's
super
that?
soaker with the backpack.
All the backpack one
Yeah,
would be
fill that with blood,
amazing.
and then you give that a couple pumps.
I'd feel like the Ghostbusters and Ghostbuster 2 spreading the slime everywhere. That was
Yeah.
really gooey. So my favorite one though is before the Humvee backs up to the house. It's when he gets it out of the barn and the werewolf is eating the guy that they dragged out of the window, and he literally bites off the head. The guy's backing up it's not a Humvee, it's a Land Rover or whatever it is. So forgive us
A
Americans.
Range Rover.
Us
This
Americans
isn't a
and our
starter vehicle.
Humvees.
It's a finisher vehicle.
And as he's backing up, the werewolf throws the decapitated head
I
at
love
the
the idea
windshield.
of a werewolf going, ah! And then throw the head.
Like it got scared. You startled me.
Ah, wait, that's my food.
So you're like, okay, he threw the head. We get that moment of he's looking at his friend, and then the head flops over into the spare tire on the hood, and he's driving around with his buddy's head inside the vehicle. And I'm like, there's some comedy that's really dark. I like that right there. I was there for that one.
What else we get? We get an incredible Molotov throw in this movie as well.
Which one? Where they blow up the first Land Cruiser or the actual Molotov with the glass bottle?
With the glass ball that gets slammed onto the ground to blow up the entire barn. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
It was so awesome of like, all right, we got this plan because, we got our main friend here, Megan, who's helping us out throughout the whole movie. And she's
Yep.
like, oh, well, they hunt in packs, so they're all going to be hiding in the barn. And they just believe her. And they, puncture the gas can correctly.
Yeah.
And drive it over into the barn, park it there. And as Cooper is running away saying, light the match, Spoon is holding the matches and he can't get them to work whatsoever, which is exactly what I would do.
There's Nate. Don't leave him in charge of
do not leave me with the matches. Like it'd be like Fifth Element where they just have the one match and they got to use it to get the fire going.
Don't breathe.
I would be so sweaty that it just would not go off at all. Or
Nate's
I
over
would
there.
break the neck and be like, hell.
Nate's over there, Charlie, my man. I don't feel right. I don't feel right, Charlie.
I don't think you don't want me to hold the matches, Charlie. I don't want to be holding the matches. Why I gotta be the one with the matches? I don't even smoke, Charlie. Why'd you put me in charge of the matches?
I don't smoke, man. That was good.
I use a lighter, Charlie. I use a lighter.
I'm also laughing that this is our second horror movie with a lot of freaking explosions in it.
Yeah. But like when they blow up the barn, I couldn't tell if that one was a model.
Well,
I
they
think that
weren't.
one might have been a real barn getting blown up.
I think it was the facade at least. So in the documentary, the house, they built a model to just
I was
plan
gonna
out the
say
shots, but
the
the house is the front and one side and part of a roof. Then they did an interior build so they could do the shooting in there. I think the barn was a facade as well. And then they blow them all up, which I
yeah,
think is
because like when they
amazing.
blow up the house, it's clear as day it's a model, and I
Yeah.
really want to blow up a model now. The more we keep watching movies with models getting blown up, and I just want to film it. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. We got to get a permit. That's all. That's all we need. It's just a permit.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a permit. Here it is. It says I can do what I want.
Exactly. That's my
Once
kind of
again.
permit.
Yeah.
I live in the country. I write my own permits.
Yeah, you can have a bonfire as big as you want.
But and it's like they blow up the first vehicle they get rescued in because they drop the magnesium flare under the car. And she's like, "Did you just really blow up my car out there?" Now the werewolves had destroyed it and everything, but still they blew up her car, which I was just like, that seems unnecessary, but I enjoyed it. It's like, let's just throw an explosion in a werewolf movie. And also, yeah, we get the joke. It's a Three Little Pigs thing. They blew the house down. Okay, that we understand that.
What? How did I not get that? Are you serious?
I should play some green jelly right now.
Yes.
Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin.
You guys figure out if we actually played a clip or if we sung that. That's on you guys to figure out. Nailed it.
There is one line of dialogue though that did you pick up on where they're talking about they wanted these to use them in war, correct? Like that was kind of their whole mission.
That was the Black Ops guy that they save.
Yeah, like he was on a mission to actually find these. That way they can use them in war, like all evil governments do when they find out there is something that's not human.
There was reports of missing hikers, and there was enough of them that the military got suspicious because there was nothing left but piles of blood. No bodies, no nothing. So as I'm watching this, I'm picking up small bits, realizing that, shit, I actually probably need to be paying attention to what they're talking about, because if I hadn't, I would have totally missed the entire twist ending of this movie, which is why I want to watch it again so I can watch Megan closer. Because in reading, she does a lot of stuff in the movie that on your first watch totally goes by you.
I still don't think. I mean, I think she does a really good job.
Oh, she does a fantastic job.
Of pretending to be on their side, because even when I was watching it last night and, knowing the twist real well, it's like there's not many. Like she holds her poker face really well. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. They were talking about in the documentary about there's like a part where she goes outside. That was supposed to be an obvious thing where she communicates with the pack. Then someone throws out, well, she like unloads an entire gun on one of the werewolves that she's supposed to be on their side.
But we already established the werewolves can't be hurt.
Yes.
In werewolf form.
They're invulnerable, but I also like this thought process was she was unwillingly turned. She didn't want to be a werewolf. They turned her, and now she is an unwilling participant, but she kind of has to deal with it.
Yeah, she even says, I don't want to be a part of this cursed family.
Yeah, so there's a moment where it's like, I'm going to shoot you. It's not going to kill you, but I'm going to feel great after I do this.
Like this
you
is
know
what
I
make
mean?
me feel pretty well.
Yeah, I'm going to just feel really good right now.
One of the things that cracked me up with this whole like dialogue / story driven, they mention, it's like how we use dolphins to stick landmines to boats.
Yeah,
I went, I don't think a dolphin can do that.
They tested with it. Yeah.
I feel like a dolphin's such a gentle creature, even it would know that is an explosion and be like, no, dog, I'm not doing that.
It didn't go off immediately. It was magnetic mines. They would have the dolphins swim towards enemy ships and plant mines.
I hate the human race.
Yeah, all human race. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
No,
I just
we're pretty freaking cruel. Um, and little ag- again, man, I was like, I have to give this movie another watch because after reading about stuff, you realize when the guys the military goes into her house, they immediately start eating because they're like, we have to eat, we got to eat. That's a military trained thing. If you have a moment to eat, you eat. They start eating out of a pot on the stove, and he says it tastes like pork. Then later in the movie, we're revealed that there's bodies hanging in the basement as if they are preserved.
yeah, I was gonna say they're like when you jar all your beets or
Yeah.
whatever you jar.
So the werewolves are eating people, and the soldiers ate their stew. Therefore, the soldiers ate people.
Blech.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah. Confirmed. I looked it up. That's kind of the. Uh,
So
I
now they're
think
always gonna have a craving for human meat.
just Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper was the only one to survive.
Cooper's the only
So
one that lives. Even what's her face, that I thought was kind of cool was she gets shot in the eye, and then there's a one-eyed werewolf. So I was like, so they can take a little damage, maybe
yeah,
in
and I
human
think
form.
if she were to have gotten killed pre-transformation, she'd be dead.
So they're kind of
But
going off that
because
trope.
she was in the middle of transformation, now she can't be killed. But
I'll buy that.
from the way that this all seems to play, with werewolves can in fact, have limbs be cut off or be stabbed and slowed down. That like I buy it that if they were in regular human form, they got into a car accident, they're dead. Now, if they happen to get into a car accident and it ends up being on a full moon and they die, but then their body transforms into a werewolf, then the person that hit them in that car accident is going to be very confused.
What if you were driving a silver car?
Oh my God.
So things that
What
make you
if,
go,
because you're a werewolf and you see in black and white and you thought you bought a purple car, but it turns out you bought a silver car?
That's messed up. I swear this thing was white. I don't know. This was weird.
I thought it was ultra gray.
Is that Nardo gray? So, there's a scene in this movie that is super disturbing.
Which one?
I was gonna say, there's a scene in this movie where I'm sitting there going, stop it.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's
Yeah,
a scene where a sword starts to slide through a man's teeth.
Oh God.
I've
Oh,
never
my
seen anything
God.
like that before, as
No,
far as I know.
never. And I've never seen it since. I
And
guess.
that camera locks in on the sword as it pierces through his teeth as he's clenching his jaw, trying not to have the sword go through the back of his mouth.
And the sword
Oh,
is through the abdomen of the werewolf he's fighting, which is the Black Ops guy that
it's
wolfed out.
the Onion Knight. Now he's
the
a werewolf.
Onion Knight has the sword they found through his back, out his stomach. So he's pulling Cooper towards the point of the blade, and the blade is pushing its way through his teeth, and we get a side profile, and the sound is indescribable. Period. Like, whoever in the sound department went, I wonder what this is going to sound like. You're a son of a bitch, because I hated that entire thing.
Oh yeah,
no,
it was like nails on a chalkboard. That sound
times 1,000.
It probably is like
times 1,000.
It
I
is
don't
the
care.
most horrific scene in this entire movie.
Oh, I watched a guy run around with his guts hanging out. I watched a
No
dude's
big
head
deal.
get alley-ooped on top of a Range Rover as it drove through a barn. No problem whatsoever. Sword through teeth. No.
I do love the whole final showdown in this movie because after Megan's turn, Ryan's turn, it leaves us with Spoon, our comedic relief, Sarge with his guts hanging out, and Coop.
Yep.
And these guys are fighting for their life, knowing that they're completely outnumbered. They're basically out of ammo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're using a can of hairspray and a lighter as a flamethrower.
Yep.
Spoon is going fisticuffs hand to hand. He even kicks a werewolf so hard he knocks a tooth out.
I love
know?
that. And it sticks in the wall, if I remember right, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It,
oh yeah, it does. And they're like doing destruction to the house of like breaking through the walls to get into the next room or to get below them.
Yep.
All of it I fully believed and was like dedicated to of like, yeah, if you're in that scenario, you're gonna do everything you can to your advantage to get away
You know,
from what is attacking you.
I have said that for years when I watch movies and they like get trapped in a room and I'm like, I bet it's drywall and it's only going to take me like 30 seconds to get into the
Yeah.
next room. Okay. You might hit a stud. Guess what? There's not one
You
next
just
to
move
it.
2 inches to the left.
Yeah.
And you're good.
It's a little over 14 inches. I'm squeezing my fat ass through there and I'm in the next room. So
Yeah.
shenanigans.
I absolutely love seeing them do that or
yeah,
shooting the ground below them and then
I like
falling to
that.
the
That's
next level.
That's pre-Underworld too, right?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah, it
Underworld's
definitely
after
is.
this. So that whole thing where she shoots the ground and falls, you know, Dog Soldiers did it. But I like Spoon's death because he actually gets the best line in this movie.
Oh,
I
hands
I
down.
I hope I give you diarrhea. And I was like,
Nah, he says,
yes.
I hope I give you the shits.
Was that what it was? Oh yeah, I
Yep.
hope I give you the shits. Again, I count this as I kind of watched this for the first time last night, even though I know it wasn't. And I did read that they were originally going to have him ripped in half, but even Neil Marshall was like, people are going to be like attached to this character, and that's going to be too much. And I went, that's too much? That what? Why
No,
would that
instead
be
he
too
gets
much?
killed off screen. When we
Yeah,
do
it
see
just
him,
goes.
he is a blood puddle.
Yeah, they cut it off, and I was like, "You put a sword in a dude's teeth, man. I think we're beyond going back anymore. Just rip him in half." It would have been a good little bookend to the girl at the beginning that got ripped in half, and we get that blood splatter up onto the guy. Um, I would have liked to have like seen it then, like that whole was it Dawn of the Dead is the one that they do that on, where the guy gets ripped apart by the
That's
zombies.
Day of the Dead. I think it's the one
Day
that
of
does
the
that
Dead.
one. Yeah.
That's the one with Bub in it, right?
Yeah.
Bud,
Yep. The
whatever his
zombie
name
that
is.
can kind of be human.
It can communicate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of wanted that. I would have been okay with that. I mean, he was funny, but I also know 90% of the people are going to die, and it ends
Oh
up
yeah,
being like
definitely.
99% of the people
And
died.
like, all right, I'll give a point to comedy for this because when the movie does end and you're in the credits and it's showing you all the black and white photos of the werewolves because you
Yeah.
know they're taking pictures of them to like blind them with the flash with this camera they found in the house. It
Which
ends
was
with like a weekly world news magazine saying werewolves ate my platoon. And it's not even like it's on the front page, but it's down in the bottom because they're talking about the football game
Yep.
from the night before and the like who had won that.
England 5, Germany 1. And I was like, because they keep referencing that. I think it's Spoon that wanted
Yeah, Spoon was wanting to be at the game.
And that's the top headline, and then werewolves ate my platoon. Yeah, and all
And I
of the
could
black
totally
and
buy
white.
that in our world though. Like
Yeah.
in real life, it'd be like, yeah, nope, that would go off to the side and it would be the thing that like I would read.
No one's gonna believe it. Yeah, no
Yeah,
one's
but
gonna
no
believe
one's
that.
gonna believe it whatsoever. So make it public.
They said
What's it matter?
one of the reasons why they did that was it was so because she's the one doing the camera thing with the flashes. It was a non-lethal way to deter her quotation family. You know, that's why she's the one doing it.
Yeah, and she does keep mentioning like we just have to make it to dawn. So it's like
Oh,
she
yeah.
even knows like, look, I will try my best to keep you alive. I'm trying my best to hold from turning myself. I can't
But then
make any promises.
she gets to a point where she can't hold it anymore, basically. And that, all hell breaks loose at that point.
I mean, it's basically equivalent to try to hold a piss, and when you can't, you just have to eventually let go.
I'd say more like a turtle head, man.
I
can make it. I can make it. Nope. I lost it. Lost that battle. I'm a werewolf now. That's all there is to it. Well, that's the movie, man.
That is Dog Soldiers in a nutshell.
I am gonna rewatch. I bought the movie. I own it now.
You have to
It's
rewatch
in
it
my
if you bought it.
It's in my collection. There's no nudity in it, so it's like, okay, this is maybe one I'll try and watch with Anthony.
No,
Um,
he's the perfect age for this movie.
yeah, I agree with you. I think this is right up his alley. Um, and it's like Jackie and I, we didn't hate it. And when the gore started flying, we're both kind of like, "Well, that was awesome. Oh, that was really cool. I love the blood squibs. I love flesh getting ripped off of things." So I owe this movie a rewatch. I will not ding it because I was like, I just want to get this over with and go to bed. That's what I blame my.
It's a bad mindset to be in. Now,
It is.
with Slugs, though, I've been in a bad mindset for a while now and by myself. So watching that, it's just, I get it. It can deter the way that you watch a movie.
I still think what we said was if you ever get the chance to rewatch it and you rewatch it with someone else, I bet that jumps out of the 2 slot. I really do.
bet if you watch this not all sleepy, you'll probably enjoy it more. I'm telling you gotta watch it with Anthony. I'm almost like we should have made it to where you watched it with Anthony, you brought him onto the show.
No, like I said, I think the reason why I didn't, I was not rescheduling this freaking episode because it's the first one
whatsoever.
we got on schedule. So I was like, I'll get through it. But I also went, I will be able to offer a slightly different perspective of it. It's almost like a first watch for me.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like a cold watch.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit more depth to the conversation. And I did say I'm not gonna my score is not gonna reflect how I felt last night. Okay, that's basically what it's gonna be. All right, Nate. We are going to dust off an old favorite from back in the day where you would come up with werewolf occupations just out of nowhere. And for some reason,
having jobs that werewolves can do.
Yeah. So I made you something. And
did you?
Every segment needs to have a drop. Here's our werewolves with jobs.
Shut up and get a job!
That poor pup.
He hurt his feelings. Now he's got to go get a job.
So, yes, we always know that a good werewolf needs to keep the bills paid, keep the electricity running. So what better way than to have what I call head of the tail? That's right. America's had enough with the two-party political system, and they have decided to elect a werewolf for president. Well, he kind of won on a technicality because he ate his opponent. This is coming in 2024. I foresee it now.
Got my vote already.
He's meeting with like world leaders, and the way he introduces himself is by sniffing their butt.
We already had a president that did that. Never mind. That's as political as we get here.
And like,
I didn't say which one, did I?
You just nah, it could be all of them. This is why we're electing a werewolf for president.
Now, I like interspecies, getting all those people, they're higher.
He gets real excited during negotiations. His little tail starts to wag. But he's in a suit, but there's like his tail is bursting through the butt.
Have to have that. There's a scene there for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
They're tailored suits. He's the president, man.
He gets dog treats every time he signs a good bill. Who's a good boy with a good bill? Yes, you are. Who wants some belly scratches? Mr. Werewolf President does.
That's a good one. I like werewolf. That's kind of like that's the upper echelon of werewolf careers right there.
It is, yeah.
You went hard.
Eat your way to the top.
I dig it. Is that the only one we got tonight?
No, sir.
Oh,
we just came out of space, but I'm launching this back in with Astro Wolf. We sent a pack of werewolves into space to fight an alien race that wants to eliminate Earth.
I'm listening.
We find out that the only weakness to the aliens is werewolves. And aliens don't have access to silver, it turns out. So we have the upper hand. Now you're picturing all these wolves have like the dome helmet on.
Oh, yeah. The big
but
one.
Then, just like with the tail for the butt, the dome has like two little spots for their ears.
Yeah. but the tail is out in space though.
Oh,
because it's just-
obviously, it's
yeah.
definitely out in space. There's
So
no
it's
question
the
about it.
Sandy from SpongeBob dome on her, and they're in space, so it's always a full moon.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we send them up there. So
Oh.
it's not like, and if they're like the werewolves from this movie, the aliens don't stand a chance. We win.
Yeah, we got that in the bag.
The only thing that may happen is if the pack of wolves decides to keep breeding, and then they decide that Earth is not suitable for them anymore in its current state, and that they need to take over Earth, but now they're unstoppable because there's just so many of them because they have like 16 per litter.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
then
lot
they're
of
going to
that's
need
a
the
lot of child
resources on
support.
Earth. But
Yeah.
well, yep, they would definitely not be born with little spacesuits, so I think we still win.
Yep, I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
But in your original movie, they're like, we're gonna send you up to space, and we have someone he's gonna lead this pack. He's got some excellent credentials. Mario Van Peebles walks into the room. Boom.
He walks through like a saloon door that's at the CIA.
He's got the hat. Yep. I got Mario Van Peebles back, guys. That's
Now,
it.
the next one that I have for us is going to be a weekly show.
Ooh.
And it's going to be electrifying. It is a new sport.
Uh-oh.
It is the WWE, the Werewolf Wrestling Entertainment. That's right. We're going to have werewolf wrestlers, a ragtag wrestling franchise ran by werewolves. They're looking for their big break. I'm picturing Rocky 1. I'm picturing The Warrior. I'm picturing Creed, all wrapped up in the one. They're just looking for their big break.
Their big gimmick is the shot collar match.
One of the wrestlers gets fleas, so he can't actually wrestle that night because he may contaminate everyone.
He's like the Mankind of the werewolves. You know, he's that one.
One of them has mange.
You get the Stone Cold version that walks out with a vest and he's drinking beers and everything. He's like, "Give me a woo!" That's what.
The problem is, like, if one of these gets thrown into the crowd, which is all made up of regular human people, like, there's a chance there might be some casualties.
We gotta,
but you have to sign
make a bigger
waiver.
cage. It's a bigger cage.
Instead of the cage match is a kennel match.
It's the kennel match. So the cage is now bigger and it just blocks all of the audience away from it. It's like battle bots. They're all secured behind plexiglass. I like the kennel match. That's pretty awesome.
We could also have like a leash match somehow, some way. Don't really know how that would all work, but the World Wrestling Werewolf Entertainment. Oh,
one of the managers, he's like trying to distract the other wrestler from his guy. And he pulls out a squeaky toy and he throws it, but he doesn't realize that all of them are going to go chase the squeaky toy. So there's no one left in the ring.
There's also a really big problem on free laser point night. So when the promoter decides to give out laser pointers to everyone in the audience, and then everyone starts to go buck wild with them.
The referee, though, is an actual regular human, but he's in a dog bite suit the entire time. Those big, giant red dog bite suits.
He's sweating the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
So that is
we're
the
done.
werewolf
That's it.
occupations that I bring to the table to you this week.
Nate, I think we should have ended on that instead.
Now, people might have stopped listening by then.
That's true. Well, I don't know how long we keep people. It doesn't tell me. All right, man. Let's do our rating bloods. All right, man.
You want me to go first?
This is raining blood. This is our body count. Yeah. Unless you have an additional body count because I have 4.
You have 4 body counts, please.
So,
Divulge.
I was researching this, and usually the pretty good thing is to go on YouTube. A lot of guys do the watch through, and they show you all the kills from the movie and they count it down. I was just trying to find 2 videos that had the same number, and that one was going to win. But so far, I've found 12, 15, 16, and 19. I'm pretty sure somebody counted the cow at this point. But I was just like, I can't find a common number to just say this is the body count. And I was not really watching the movie last night, so I couldn't even count. So it's 12, 15, 16, or 19. It's one of those. It's an over under kind of body count.
I mean, the body count is what you want it to be.
It's just whatever you want, man. We're not here to judge. As many people as you want to believe died. I don't know. So that's our body count, everybody. And that leads us to...
What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
All right, Nate.
All right, who's going first?
I
You?
think I have to go first because it's
Yep.
horror, so I go
Exactly.
first. My kill of the week is the guy's head getting ripped off and thrown onto the top of the Land Rover. That
As he's laying there all bloody, basically
Yeah.
doing the Ripley, kill me.
Yep.
Kill me.
It's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar head that goes flying through the air. It's the skyhook and lands on the windshield, then falls into the spare because the spare tire's strapped to the hood as they do.
Yeah, it kind of does a hello.
And they drive off with the head attached. So that's my kill of the week for
There you
this
go.
movie.
It is interesting with this movie having quite a bit of kills. Mine
Mhm.
is a kill that I never expected to happen for kill of the week.
Okay.
It's one that happens off screen.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we don't actually get to see the kill, we see the results, and that is the death of Spoons.
It's
Because
bloody. Yeah.
when he goes out, I mean, he is punching the shit out of this werewolf, kicking it. He goes into a stabathon crazy where you're just seeing blood go all over him,
Yes.
all over the walls, and that werewolf just gets right back up like nothing happened to him.
Undertakers. He's going to
Yeah.
be one of our wrestlers.
Yes, exactly. And then another werewolf comes in, and just that final line of "I hope I give you the shits." Like, what
Yeah.
a hard ass way to go. And then when you see he didn't get the decapitation, he didn't get his guts slide out. Like, they devoured him. They left absolutely nothing left of him. That is a baller way to go. So he is my kill of the week.
Solid. I think 2 solid kills. I knew this one was going to be difficult for us to match, because those aren't the only 2 kills in the movie that are
No.
amazing in this. I mean, there's, like we were saying, the super soaker of blood on the windshield. You just remember that. You don't see the kill,
You
but
don't see
just
it, but you just know
it's like
that
the
dude
guy
did not make it.
started from one side of the windshield and just went blah and hosed that whole thing down with blood. It's awesome. And I would have even counted the guts falling out of the commander. I was like, he's literally got like links of sausages hanging off of him laying on the ground. And I was like, that's solid. That's good gore. I would count that because he does die eventually. So screw it. We'll just say he died from that because he should have.
So are you ready to rate this bad boy then?
Let's rate this bad boy.
Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back. Whew.
Nay, I know it's customary for me to go first, but I really think you should go first.
All right. I will go first for the sake of helping you out.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, 14-year-old Nate, this probably would have been a 10.
Yeah.
It captured me for a reason. That's why I bought the DVD when I did eventually find one. This wasn't one I ever sought out. I just happened to stumble across it for $5 and went, sweet, I love this movie. And then I remember watching it last year going, ooh, maybe I don't like this movie as much as I thought I did. And then watching it again last night, going, no, there's still a lot of redeemable stuff here. There's still a lot of just bad camera angles, needless shots, choppiness. That's the best way to put it. And I'm not going to fault the movie for its terrible picture quality.
No.
That's not its fault at all. Like, it's just the poor, unfortunate luck of this not getting a theatrical release here in the States, I guess.
Yeah.
But all in all, I still think I would watch this again to show people at this point. I don't think I would sit down to watch it on my own to kill a night. I think I would just default back to American Werewolf in London,
Right.
or The Wolf Man.
Yeah.
Or, So, to me, this is a 7. It's a good movie. It's an enjoyable movie. And I think other people should see it.
I feel a lot better because that's the number that's been in my head that I feel like I should be rating this movie. It's completely enjoyable. It's completely watchable. There's nothing in this movie aside from way too much dialogue. That's my bitch. That's my complaint.
It's got a lot of exposition. I think that's the word I was looking for. This whole
I
episode.
guess we can call it that. But then we get all that dialogue, then it light years into action and a lot of stuff happening, and now they're trying to give us exposition on who the werewolves are. They're a family that lived out there. Like there was so much stuff. Like the Black Ops guy was there to capture them. He
You
knows
could have
Megan.
eliminated all that fluff, and it could have been as simple as werewolves.
Just werewolves
live here.
killing people. Yeah,
That's all there is to it.
I would have been totally okay with that. I am still going to rewatch this movie to verify that I should be calling this a 7. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to know what I'm rating it after watching it last night.
Oh boy, what are you rating it? I need to know.
All I'm going to say is it's sub 5.
Oof.
When I got done watching it last night, I was like, the only way I can get it to a 5 is because of the gore and how well the werewolves look. Which, if anyone's being honest about this movie, that's why it has rated so high. That's why people remember it. Not the storytelling at the beginning or even during. It's amazing looking werewolves, awesome gore, and they're like, I was looking at it, like, there's people giving this a 9, giving it an 8, giving it's the best werewolf movie ever made. And I'm like, I don't think so.
I do give it credit, though. It is of the more modern werewolf movies. It's memorable.
Yeah. No, I'll give it that.
Maybe that's a test to say, make more werewolf movies, Hollywood.
I think they should. I mean, I'm still waiting on Full Eclipse Part 2. But I'm a fan of werewolf movies. Like, I love the underworld movies with the Lycans. I've always loved, the Wolfman with Jack Nicholson. Or was that Wolf? Was it Wolf?
That was the Wolf.
Benicio del Toro was the Wolfman, wasn't it?
Yep. I think so.
That's that. And there are quite a few wolf movies. How many Ginger Snap movies are out there right now?
3.
Like 3? Yeah. So they're out there. If anything, we need more Creature from the Black Lagoon movies. Hint, hint, Hollywood. If you're paying attention, you better be. We're out here doing your job for you. So anyway, I'm at a 7. I'm gonna rewatch it. I'll report back after I do. I don't know when, but soonish. Halloween's coming up, so maybe it'll be another, let's watch this movie for Halloween. So, Nate, did you find people that went way against the grain?
I did. It was hard because some of the sites I usually use didn't have any reviews. Other ones, it was just bad Blu-ray, bad DVD. So,
yeah, I will not
scrap all those out.
I would not ding something for that. That's not the film that we're watching. That's not the filmmaker. That is just a byproduct of what happened. So,
but I do have one trash opinion.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage. And then I pick up the trash can and I bash the guy on the head.
Oh, that's gonna be a disaster.
All right, this comes from RC002D5241. That's a very awkward droid name.
Right? That or a stormtrooper.
Right? They gave it 1 out of 10, saying, I lasted 14 minutes with this one. Awful. I have
Oh.
just noticed the filter button on IMDb where you can choose to look at the negative reviews first. I wish I had seen them before watching this rubbish. I managed to suffer 14 minutes of this film. I knew it was going to be awful after 5. The best way I can describe those 14 minutes is to get 6 of your mates who have not slept for 3 days, dress up in army gear, and go to your local forest. Write a script in 10 minutes after drinking half a bottle of whiskey, and then pretend to be British soldiers on a military exercise. Then try and sell it to a movie company. Does that sound like too much trouble? Oh well, watch the film then instead. I promise it is far worse.
You can't. You watched 14 minutes.
Yeah, you didn't finish the whole movie. So
You shouldn't
you're
even
not
be
allowed to even write that.
Right. You're not allowed to write a review after 14 minutes of watching something.
Now,
Get
don't
off
get me
the
wrong.
internet.
The first 5 minutes of Batman versus Superman, I wanted to walk out of the movie, but I
Yeah.
stuck with it.
I have stopped watching a movie, but I'm not going to go write a review about it. If you write a review, you sit your ass there and you watch the movie.
Well, I
Bad,
didn't,
good, whatever.
I didn't drive to the theater for Batman versus Superman, so I would have had to wait for like 4 hours till I could, go home.
The director's cut's better.
I'm not even going to bother at this point. Snyder Cut was better of Justice League. He got that one out of me.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right. You got any others? Or
Nah,
is
that's all I got.
That one's bad enough. I'm with
That was
you.
bad enough.
That's terrible. I don't like that at all. All right, man. Well, that's us. That's Dog
As we
Soldiers.
come into our closing thoughts of just saying thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yep.
Thank you for the downloads.
Yeah.
Spread the word. Give us some reviews.
Spread us out all over the world.
Yep.
Nate loves it. He loves watching little countries and continents light up on our
I like
computer
seeing
screen.
the little map get all colorful.
That's right, man. We
Yeah.
love it all. No, yeah. So you can find us over at Facebook and Instagram. Give me back my horror movies and give me back my action movies. We are on TikTok and Twitter under Give Me Back My Action on Twitter or Action Horror, and under both names on TikTok. We're getting better slowly, I guess. It's been hell.
I
lately,
don't know.
everybody.
I mean,
It's
how the
been-
hell do you look at a camera and talk to it on TikTok on your phone?
I have.
How
no
do you
idea.
do that and not make it be the most awkward thing in the world? Do you look at the phone screen? Do you look at the camera hole? I don't understand it.
I've seen some pretty awkward ones on there, so I guess it doesn't
I've
matter.
seen some awkward ones out there, but I don't want to be the awkward one, even though I feel obligated to just be that awkward.
You know, I know it's called Charlie shilling the live stream, but I was super nervous doing that at first. You know, you're like talking out your faces out there. And over the past few that we've done, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it.
Well, then
you
you're
know,
going to
I've
have to get me on the live stream, it seems. I'm just going to have to be like,
Sure.
I don't know what to do with my hands. And they'll just be blocking.
That's what you should do. Every so often, raise your hands up, and they'll be like, Nate, put your hands down.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. The guys will love it.
It'll be like I'm eating a chicken parm sandwich.
There's no sandwich in your hand, Nate. Put it down. No, so everybody check us out on all the social medias. If you want to email us, it's gmbmampod@gmail.com. And no, your lack of emails will not mean I'm going to stop saying that every episode. So
by the time this episode airs, I will hopefully attended Days of the Dead in Indy, assuming that I don't become a coward and back out at the last minute. So it was really cool to see anyone there if I did see anyone there.
That's right. So
and if I didn't, then I stayed home.
He'll shake his
I don't know
magic
yet.
8-ball, and that will tell him what he does for that weekend.
Yeah.
Mr. I'm so socially awkward. I went to a metal festival.
I don't want to go to the horror festival, but I do.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, man. I think that wraps us up for today.
That does it. It wraps it up for me.
Everybody go check out our network shows. You've heard us talk about them. You know what they are. So I need to get some sleep. I'm not watching a movie tonight. So thank you, everyone. And
Thank
Nate,
you so much, people.
Nate, get us out of here with the good word, brother.
I hope I give you the shits, Charlie.
Oh, that's without a doubt already happened.
Now, let's talk about how I get back home.
You know, I almost made it to where a werewolf was going to be like the king of England until I had realized that's just the president and that there was absolutely nothing to go off of that one because I had already made the joke.
Yeah, so you can't do that. But I'm sitting here going, now we're going to get like a Hulk Hogan style wolf. And when he does his like Hulkamania rip a shirt, he's just busting his chest out, like the werewolves
just
usually do.
The mane
And
is showing.
everything's like falling off his body in shreds. And he's like, and then we get the Macho Man,
I was just saying,
Savage
can you
Wolf.
imagine the Macho Man?
He's like, ooh, yeah. That's the Macho Savage Wolf. I think
the Ultimate Warrior werewolf is still doing just tons and tons of cocaine in the back.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And he still comes out to the ring and just starts shaking the entire ring. And he starts shaking his leg, like when the dog
he
really
gets the
get
tap in
excited.
the leg.
He's
yeah.
like, yeah. I'm totally down for a new
Vince
version of
McMahon, I'm coming for you.
Don't sue us, Vince McMahon.